He hadn't seen her in a while, but they would text every day or every other day just to stay in contact. There was no money issues that he was having, but his mother would send him money anyway. She wanted him to enjoy his college life and not have to worry about money. She was really proud of him. How could she not be? Her son was described as a genius and remarkably brilliant. In 2020, he graduated valedictorian. 21-year-old Emmanuel Espinoza, his friends and family, they called him Manny. He was a University of Florida pre-med student. Manny told her that he would be in Frostproof soon. He was visiting his grandfather, and afterwards he would come and visit her. She asked him did he want to stay the night. He said, I would love to. On April 6, Manny left Gainesville and headed to Frostproof. As 46-year-old Elvia Espinoza chatted with her brother over the phone, she waited on her last born to arrive. There was a knock on the door. She told her brother, I think that's Manny. And she told him to hold on. Manny arrived at his mother's house that Saturday afternoon around 2 p.m. The ring cam would show Manny walking down the pathway with dark shades on. He had earbuds stuck in his ears, and he was listening to Jay-Z and Kanye West, No Church in the Wind. He tried to twist the doorknob, but it was locked. He knocked. He had that knife behind his back, so his mother couldn't see it. As Elvia opened the door, he started to stab her. Elvia would scream out, Manny, over and over. He had not said a word, only continued to stab her. She even tried to get up and run from him. He ran after, and he continued his attack. His uncle heard her screams, but he couldn't do anything. Manny said if her hands moved, he would continue to inflict pain. The autopsy reports would read that Elvia was stabbed over 70 times. Manny said due to his biology classes, he knew where to stab for maximum effect. When he was finished, he stood by the sink, washing his hands in the kitchen. And he realized he's cut his hand. He wanted to ask his mother for some Neosporin, but then he realized he had just killed her. Manny had then called 911. He said, I killed someone. I stabbed my mom. When the dispatcher asked, is your mother awoke? He said, no, she's dead. Emmanuel Espinoza was arrested and taken to Polk County Jail. According to the arrest affidavit, when asked, why did he do this to his mother? He said his mother had annoyed him. She got on his nerves since childhood, but he loved her. Within these past few years, he didn't like her, but yet they still got along 8 out of 10 times. But he said he'd been plotting to end her life. He just didn't have the nerve to do it then. He made up his mind that he would finally do it now. He even explained how she would talk to herself and then answer herself. That's something that she had done for years. Another thing that really bothered him about her. He said he was not on drugs, he drank no alcohol during the time of this attack, and there was no history of mental illness. He declined a public defender, and there isn't any indication that he had hired an attorney. He had been charged with first-degree murder and evidence tampering. Elvia Espinoza has 3 children. Manny was her youngest. She has several grandchildren, and she was really big on family. She had been employed as a teacher for over 20 years in different districts. She would end at Ben Griffin Elementary School. She was a second-grade teacher there, and she loved her job, and her students loved her just as much. They shared pictures of her and memories of her, even wore bright colors in remembrance of Mrs. Espinoza. A post in 2016 that she put on her social media, she shared a meme. It said, quote, "The love of family is life's greatest blessing. Rest in peace. Justice for Elvia Espinoza."